The house that watched back. The first thing people told me about the house was simple. Don't stay past midnight. They said it casually, like it was a joke. Like it was one of those small-town rumors people pass around to make a boring place feel interesting. I laughed it off at the time. I needed a place to stay, and the rent was cheap, suspiciously cheap, but I wasn't in a position to ask questions. That was my first mistake. The house sat at the end of a dirt road just outside town. It was old, with peeling white paint and windows that reflected the sky in a way that made it look wrong. Like the reflections didn't match the angle you were standing at. Still, I told myself it was just old glass. The landlord didn't meet me in person. He left the key under a loose brick on the porch and sent a message. Everything you need is inside. Don't go into the basement. That should have been my second warning. Inside, the air smelled stale, like something had been sealed away for too long. The furniture was already there, dusty but usable. A couch, a table, a bed upstairs. And mirrors. So many mirrors. One in the hallway, one in the living room, one at the top of the stairs, even one facing the bed. I didn't think much of it at first. Some people just like mirrors. But that night, I realized something was off. I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom when I noticed it. My reflection lagged. Just slightly. I moved my hand, and for a split second, less than a blink, it didn't move with me. I froze. Then it caught up. I stared at myself for a long time after that, smiled, turned my head, blinked. Everything seemed normal. I told myself I was just tired. I went to bed around 11:30 p.m. At exactly midnight, I woke up. No sound, no reason, just awake. The room was dark, except for faint moonlight spilling through the window. I turned my head toward the mirror across the room and saw myself sitting up. But I was still lying down. My breath caught in my throat. The reflection, me, tilted its head slowly, like it was studying me. Then it smiled. Not my smile. Wider. Too wide. I squeezed my eyes shut. When I opened them again, the mirror was normal. I was alone. The next morning, I packed my things. I was ready to leave. But when I checked my phone, I saw I had no signal, no messages, no way to call anyone. I tried the door. It wouldn't open. The handle turned, but something on the other side held it shut. That's when I noticed something else. The mirrors were closer. I didn't remember moving them. I told myself I was imagining things. I was. The second night was worse. I tried to stay awake. I kept the lights on, sat on the couch, and stared at the hallway mirror. Midnight came. The lights flickered once, twice. Then went out. Darkness swallowed the house. And in that darkness, I heard footsteps. Not mine. Slow. Deliberate. Coming from upstairs. I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight. The beam shook as I aimed it toward the staircase. The footsteps stopped. Then I heard something else. A whisper. Soft. Right behind me. You're still here. I spun around. No one. Just the mirror. But the reflection. It wasn't holding a phone. It wasn't even standing the same way I was. It was closer to the mirror. Leaning toward me. And its eyes. They weren't mine anymore. I stumbled back, dropping my phone. The light spun wildly across the room, casting shadows that moved when they shouldn't. When I looked up again, the reflection was gone. The mirror was empty. That's when I felt it. Breathing. Right behind my neck. I ran. Up the stairs. I don't know why, I just ran. Every instinct screamed to get out, but my body moved the other way. The hallway upstairs was lined with mirrors. Dozens of them. Different shapes, different sizes. And every single one showed me. But not the same me. In one, I was screaming. In another, I was crying. In another, I wasn't there at all. Something else was. I reached the bedroom and slammed the door shut. The mirror facing the bed was already there. But now, there were two reflections in it. One on the bed, and one standing beside it. The standing one turned its head slowly toward me. Then it stepped out of the mirror. I wish I could say I fought back. I didn't. I couldn't move. It looked exactly like me, except for the smile. That same impossible, stretching smile. It reached out and touched my face. Its hand was cold. Too cold. "You shouldn't have stayed," it whispered. Then everything went black. When I woke up, it was morning. The sunlight poured through the window like nothing had happened. I was alone. The mirrors were gone. All of them. The front door was open. I didn't hesitate this time. I ran. I didn't stop running until I reached town. When I told people what happened, they didn't look surprised. One old man just nodded. "House chooses," he said. "Chooses what?" I asked. He looked at me for a long time. Then said, "Who gets to leave?" I moved out of town the next day. I thought it was over. I was wrong. A week later, I noticed something strange. It started small. My reflection, blinking too late. Smiling when I was. Watching me when I turned away. Last night, I woke up at exactly midnight. Again. I turned toward the mirror. And saw it. Not me. Not anymore. Something else. Standing there. Waiting. Tonight, I boarded up every mirror in my apartment. Covered them with blankets, taped them shut. I thought that would stop it. But now, I can hear something. A faint tapping. From behind the walls. And just a few minutes ago, my phone screen turned on by itself. The front camera activated. At first, it was just me. Sitting here. Watching. But then, I blinked. And the version of me on the screen didn't. It's still smiling. And slowly. It's getting closer. Even though I'm not moving. I don't think it needs the mirrors anymore. I think it found a way out.